All right, here's a question, and you've got to use some algebra to figure this out. So consider the geometric figure here. Suppose that angle or line L is parallel to line M. So these ones are parallel to each other. And they say that angle 8, the measure of angle 8 is 6x plus 49. So that's that one there is 6x plus 49. Okay. Then they say angle 4, that's that one, is 14x plus 1. Then they say, what's the measure of angles 2 and 1? So they want to know this angle and that angle. Now this is called a transversal. So this line, I'll do it in red. This line is a transversal. So the concept you need to understand is that with a transversal that crosses two parallel lines, that all of the angles, or there's only two angles in the whole thing. In other words, I'll do them in green here. So this angle here has to be the same angle as that opposite one. And those two have to be the same as this one and that one. So all those angles have to be the same. So if I know one of them, I know all of them. So let me maybe do in blue. So there's this one here, the measure of angle 8 that we know, and it has to be the same as measure of angle 4. So if they're the same, then that means that this must be equal to that. So I can write that equation. 14x plus 1 must be equal to 6x plus 49. I'll solve it. I'll bring the 6 over to the other side. I think that'll be an 8x. Take the 1 to this side, and that'll be 48. You can do the math there. I think that's correct. Divide both sides by 8, and you'll come up with 6. Now, 6 isn't the measure of the angle, but they're saying that x is 6. So if I want to know the measure of angle 8, I know that that's 6x plus 49. But if I know that x is 6, I can go 6 times 6 plus 49. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 49. That's going to come out to, I think, 85. So the measure of angle 8 and 4, and which other ones? 1 and 5, all of those angles are 85 degrees. Now, but they also ask us what angle 2 is, and I don't know that one. But this is another law with transversals, or really just lines. If you have any line and you put an angle anywhere in it, doesn't matter where, that the measure of this angle plus this angle must be equal to 180 degrees. So the measure of a straight line, like that, the angle of a straight line, 180 degrees. So if we're looking at the measure of angle 8, right here is 85 degrees, then this whole thing, what color can I put this in? I'm running out of colors. Let's go, how about a nice fuchsia? Okay, so the measure of this whole angle there, that's 180 degrees. So measure of angle 8 plus the measure of angle 6, let me write that. The measure of angle 8 plus the measure of angle 6, that has to be 180 degrees. And if I know the measure of angle 8 is 85, then something plus 85 gives me 180. It's that measure of angle 6, I believe, has to be 95 degrees. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So if measure of angles 6 is 95, then all the ones that look like that one are also 95. So I guess all the ones in green that I'm putting purple on. That's a colorful picture. All of those ones would be 95. So they say, what's the measure of angle 2? that's one of the big ones. That's got to be a 95er. And the measure of angle 1, that's a smaller one. That's got to be this one, 85. All right, hopefully that helps you with that geometry question.